Hi, everybody. This is Shelly here at EDFINTV, and
I'm Darla Delayne.
Delayne, and you are
I'm a strategic marketing coach.
Yeah, so Darla is sitting in tonight, and as I'm going to start doing here every Friday, having a special co-host. Rob's taking a little bit of time off for the time being, so we're going to have a step in every now and then to fill that slot, and we're just going to do something a little bit different here, right?
Absolutely.
All right, so what we're going to do here tonight is we have a special guest, which we're not going to talk about right now. Nope, we got lots of surprise. Yeah. And so what I want to do first is, like I always do every Friday, is again to tell all of you out there, thank you so much for supporting EDFINTV. We really super appreciate it. And again, thank you to Darla for agreeing to be the co-host for tonight. This is going to be so much fun. There is so much energy in this building tonight. It's crazy.
Through the roof.
There's a lot of energy out there tonight. We have a huge VIP party going on here also. So, but again, thank you to Darla for being here tonight.
Thank you so much for asking me. I'm so excited.
And then thank you all for tuning in. But more importantly, also, I want to thank EDFIN families, because without EDFIN families, this EDFINTV would not be possible. Because of the families out there is why I'm able to go live here and be able to fund this program and be able to make a difference in the community and share what we accomplish here and make a difference in other small businesses and people that we know, like Darla, able to invest in others and just help everybody grow, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's all working together to make our community a better place. It's amazing, fantastic.
So you have any shout outs tonight? I have a few.
Sure. I'm going to shout out to Kat Migliaccio. Hey, Kat. She's working tonight, but huge supporter.
Miss you, Kat.
Yeah. And to Naomi Calderon, who we had an event last week.
Yep.
And the shout out then to that would be to Rosalind Barmore for letting us have the event at Designs on a Vine. And it was so much fun.
That was a lot
Thank
of fun.
you for being there. We had such a great time. Yeah, really fun.
And then, and I'm glad you mentioned about Rosalind, because Rosalind has customer appreciation today and tomorrow.
That's right.
And she never does once a year she does a customer appreciation.
Yes.
Usually she does like a 10% off. She's a high-end boutique. So, I don't think she does a whole lot of discounts, does she?
No, right.
So this is a big deal. It's 25% she's giving back customer appreciation to all of us, which I've shopped there. And
yes, absolutely.
25% to us and to those out there that would like to go to her shop, which is located here in Temecula.
Yes, it's near the Target at the Temecula Town Center, right around the corner by the Target and the Payless over there. But the shop is gorgeous. It's the girls that work there, the women that work there are amazing stylists. They know exactly what to put on you. The things you would never have bought.
Right.
And you put it on and you just glow and you feel so great. So there's the customer service is amazing.
They're really good people, right?
It is, absolutely.
Really good
great
people.
customer service and the designs are beautiful. And it's a really great price point too.
It is.
Really reasonable and for unique clothes. Yeah, love it.
There's one dress I want to go back and get. It was a red dress. And when I looked, I was like, oh my gosh, that's going to be expensive, right? I looked at it and it was very affordable.
Exactly. Plus now with this discount.
Yes, and the discount on top at 25% off. So there you go.
Yeah, fantastic.
And it's good clothing and it's just Rosalind, her passion behind what she's doing too. When you go there, talk to her about that. I'm sure she'd love to share that with you as well.
Absolutely.
So any other shout outs you can think of?
We've been so busy lately.
You've been busy.
I know. I've been going around and helping a lot of folks with their marketing, which has been super fun. Been talking with Rob, our Rob and Mikey.
He's super busy.
I know, and he and Mikey and I are working together. He's kind of taking
a leave of absence.
Well, we're working together on some things for small business owners, and we're going to be working together in a cooperative with the three of us to help the small business owners here in Temecula.
Very nice.
Super exciting.
I love that. What do we say when you and Cho Spicer had your interview together, and it said you were on there, and the thing that came to my mind was for all of us, just not just women in general, but all of us to collaborate and not compete and to help each other.
So another shout out would be Cho Spicer. She and I are doing a
She's in the house with
Cho. We're doing a 9-week series on going from competition to collaboration, and have been talking about how we can move ourselves there and how that really helps everyone.
Yes.
So it's super fun, and we're having a great time doing it. So
good stuff.
that's fantastic.
And some shout outs we have, Professional Women's Roundtable that I always do a shout out to because they're an amazing organization here in our Temecula community. And Women's Pair Connection, another amazing organization that gives back scholarships to students, just to local businesses, and just helps the community and as a whole. And then we have our Professional Women's Toastmasters, which is another organization. We've had Professional Toastmasters now for a year. So any of you out there that want to increase your speaking skills or just get out there and network and just have fun with a bunch of ladies and grow your business and have a fabulous fun time, those are three amazing groups to join.
And then our chambers just had the mega mixers
and
going on, the Marietta and Temecula Valley.
You said that, the mega mixer with all of them, the Marietta, Temecula, Fallbrook, I think we had there. We had all of them there.
Yeah, lots of them there. So I've recently gone to a couple of them that I hadn't been to before. There's the Rise Up, which is from Finest Women in Real Estate. They have two here in Temecula. Really great groups of people.
Marie, right?
Yes, Marie. And
that's a shout out again.
Yeah, and their main thing is they do, each group does a community event for the community, and they rally around and collaborate together on that.
There's a theme going on there.
There is.
Community.
Yeah.
I mean, even though it's huge here, this community is big at large. You know, we got San Diego adjacent, we got Orange County, or all this going on.
Right.
But this community here always gives me the feel of the hometown that I grew up in.
Right.
Even though it's so big here and there's so many people, but it really does have the hometown feel.
It does. It's very unique. Having, I'm from Texas originally, and same kind of hometown, Austin, and then lived in New York City for years, and coming here, it's still
New
York.
Woo, girl!
Yeah, that's another
we'll talk about that another one.
But it still has the same caliber of businesses here, but with I feel like it's kind of married the hometown feel with really strong businesses, which is very unique.
Okay,
so super excited.
All right, we want to say goodbye to some people that are leaving right now. Bye. Bye. We have Chef Sonia, organic chef and Mediterranean in the house, and Graciela Hernandez, Academy Ballet Arts. They're leaving us right now. They got other things to go. Bye, ladies. All right, so all those should be lots of shout outs here as we go through this night.
Yes, definitely.
All right. So some other people that we have in the house tonight here. We have Marnie Cardenas. She is here. Helping out here, which really appreciate her. And Kevin's not here tonight, but he's going to be meeting with Graciela. That's why he's not here. Graciela Hernandez at Academy Ballet Arts. They're all going to be over there with Mike Purcell with Shout Tag. But Marnie's here representing Shogun Films on behalf of Kevin.
Yes.
So shout out there. And then we have, again, Cho Spicer in the house.
Cho's doing her social media
We love
thing.
Cho. Yeah, she's got some skills going on there.
I'm telling you. Femme-Maché
is out.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Right. So good to see you.
Okay. And then we have our special guest who we're not even going to talk about yet.
That's right. Secret surprise.
And then who else do we have in the house today? We have Sophia Jimenez Warren from the school district here. And who else? Gosh, please don't. Evelyn Stevenson.
Yes, Evelyn
Stevenson.
She's in her Marilyn Monroe look tonight.
She epitomizes what it's like to start a business. She just started a business recently, and I'm talking to all you women out there that she started this business not too long ago. And I'm going to do, single mom taking care of her kids and all this, and just has taken. I mean, I just get goosebumps when I think about it. That she has went from, being like the at-home mom kind of thing to making some G's as far as income goes.
Major businesswoman. Hashtag women in business.
Yes, and I'm so super proud of her. And any of you women out there that need an inspiration, I mean, if it's something that you want to do in your life, maybe it's to go back to school or start a business or exercise, get fit, get healthy, whatever it is. Evelyn can tell you, if it's something you want to do, the situation, no matter what it is, if you want to do it, you will do it.
You can do it if you want to do it. And really, this area
is
got there is support around here
Oh,
for
it's huge.
anything
The
that you want to
chambers
do.
that will help you
All
support.
kinds of coaches, all kinds of, you know,
Coaches.
the cash for college,
Yes.
you know, all kinds of things
Yes.
for whatever it is that you're wanting to do.
Mhm.
Take that step.
And if you need a website, I have a web developer for you
There
too
you
to
go.
help you build a website.
Absolutely.
Very
Absolutely.
affordable too. So that's
We've
another
got
thing
it
we're
all
doing.
here in the
Yeah,
Valley.
we've got a lot of stuff going on here. All right. So we are going to, let's see here. Anything else we want to mention before we move forward here?
We've got, well, we're getting towards the end of June here.
Yes.
And
We're,
so
can
July's
you believe it?
coming up.
We're midway
I know.
through the year.
I know. We have one more week left of June. I know. It's crazy.
It's like all of
This
it
month
started
is
in
full
January.
blown.
We had all the New Year's resolutions, the goals, you know, all these things that we wanted to accomplish. And now we're like starting in July. And it's like now when you reflect back on the 6 months, it's like, did we accomplish our goals?
Oh, yeah. I know,
I
right?
mean, that's huge.
Well,
you
it's
know,
been
how
like,
well did we do?
this
And-
year has been literally the best year of my life. Like
Mine too.
moving
Woo!
here to Temecula was the best thing I ever did.
Yes.
The people here are
Well,
wonderful.
we're so glad you're here.
I'm so glad that you're here for me to
We're
be
so
here with
glad.
too. It's just been amazing, and I was looking back over the last couple of months and all the people that I've met, and
Yes.
just so supportive, and
Everybody here is
everybody's
super supportive.
doing their thing but helping other people out. It's just really an amazing place to be.
Yes.
But yes, we're in the middle of the year. July's coming. So tell me, since I wasn't here last year, July
Right.
4th, what kind of things go on in Temecula during the summer and during those
Yeah.
times of year?
There's a lot of events going on here, and I think there's so many that it's kind of hard to mention.
It's like every weekend is always
there's
something.
always
It's like,
something.
this place is
We have the summer nights in Old Town.
Ooh,
So
that
they have
sounds good.
concerts up there. And there's, I'm sure, we had the Balloon and Wine Festival
Oh, right,
here just
right,
recently.
yes, yeah.
And there's other festivals.
And then
gonna
the
be coming up.
Vale, that was new.
Vale
That one
headquarters,
year. That
Vale
has been a
Ranch.
super cool place
Yes,
to
it
go
is,
and have
it is.
events and be and
She's talking about Bell Ranch headquarters in Marietta.
Yeah,
Google it
yeah,
online.
yeah,
and they
yeah.
have concerts out there. It's like a little mini Old Town in a sense. It's kind of what
exactly,
they're doing.
exactly,
Unique
yeah.
stores, and
Yeah.
it's not the stores out there is not something that you would see just going to, let's say, the mall or
Right,
Macy's. I mean,
right.
they're
Over
really
off Temecula
unique.
Parkway,
Yes.
right by the Coles, I think, over there, and it's
Been there a couple
got
times,
yeah.
There's a Walmart
And
there,
they've got the farmers markets over
Yes,
there each
yes.
week too. We have some fabulous friends that that are out there to.
It's just a lot of
Leanne,
fun
shout out to
concerts.
Leanne and her
Yeah.
citrus. I love her stuff. It's so good.
Lots of shout outs.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
So we are gonna it's that time. We're gonna
Right.
bring on somebody super
I'm
super
excited.
special. I've been waiting to interview this unique individual
So
in our
interesting.
community.
Yeah, so interesting.
So without further ado, let's bring on our special guest of the night, superstar herself, Nancy Cordi, Mediterranean chef.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
So happy to be here.
Oh my gosh, we're so excited to have you
Thank you,
here.
thank you.
When I was like trying to decide who we're gonna have today, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Nancy.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
I'm so honored to be here. This is just so fun, especially with you too. My
Fun
gosh.
girl time.
Yeah.
So we were talking, we're doing shout outs and being thankful to the community and everything, but thankful to you too, because you work with Mercy Nolan. We're part of Vera
do.
Diva,
Yes.
sister.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love
so
being a part of that
shout out there.
Yes.
But tell the audience out there a little bit. What we want to do here is tell them a little bit about you. But
Okay.
one thing I want to really key in on here, is your story,
Yeah.
which is so unique from everybody else's,
Yes.
and why you do what you do,
Okay.
and what recommendations do you have for those out there that are going from, let's say, the corporate life into want to start a business or go to
Passion
explore
business.
passion,
Yeah.
so
Passion
tell us-
business. I love the way you put that.
Yes, yes.
Because that's what marries so well together is your passion and then turning it into a business, you
Yeah.
know? So
tell everybody about
so at a very young age, I gravitated towards cooking because I'm half Middle Eastern.
And at a young age is what
Yeah,
now?
we're talking
Yeah, we're like about 6 years old.
young.
Okay,
Very young. When I very
Very
first
young.
made my first batch of hummus, I
When
think I was about
most of
6
us
years
were
old.
playing with Play-Doh, she was making hummus.
Yeah, I had this little stool next to my next to our kitchen, and I would sit I would sit on it and just watch my mom just make everything.
That is so cool.
And so I wouldn't just show up for the food, but I would show up to make it as well. So she was my biggest inspiration. Yeah.
I still can't believe that.
I know. I know.
A 6-year-old decides to
my mom would let me near the kitchen.
I mean, I experimented so much growing up, but I developed a palate at a very young age for Mediterranean flavors. And then it's very close to my heart, because I was explaining to Darla and Shelly earlier that certain flavors and ingredients that I use today, my mother unfortunately passed in 2003. So one way I can find a way to stay close to her and that family connection is to make the food I do, because certain smells like the cut of fresh mint and green onions, and making the grape leaves and everything.
You're probably making everybody hungry.
I know. Sorry, smell-o-vision.
That's great.
But yeah, certain foods really bring me close to her and remind me of the times I had when I was young with her.
Nice.
And so that's one main reason why I cook the food I do.
So I'm curious. So as a 6-year-old, I'm gonna ask you this question a little bit later too. But as a 6-year-old, what was your favorite dish?
Oh wow.
It was rolled cabbage.
Rolled cabbage.
Yeah, it was cabbage.
What 6-year-old likes rolled cabbage?
Let me tell you why it was so great. So we would boil the cabbage.
That's like saying broccoli.
Yes.
I know. It has nothing to do with chocolate or anything that gives you cavities. It is cabbage, and we would stuff the cabbage with ground lamb, and rice that was seasoned really well. And then at the end, they come out and lick these long cigars, and then you squeeze fresh lemon juice over them, and then we'd have these small little ramekins on the bowl. On the table. And this is the crazy part. So for every bite of a cabbage roll that you would take, you would bite a little piece of raw garlic.
Oh,
you did it like this.
Oh, you sure did.
Oh my gosh!
And so because we were all doing it together, no one really it didn't matter, But it just was an extra hit of flavor.
Yes.
So that's the kind of stuff I grew up
born
having.
chef.
Yeah, love it. Close to my heart.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's okay. Now, what is it that you cooked that, of course, that you like? But what is it that you cooked that others like? Because I know tonight I had my favorite dish or my favorite food.
Yeah. I
what
think.
Are some things that
so I have various types of appetizers. Bacon wrapped dates, stuffed with blue cheese, and I have the the frittatas, which I really love because you can incorporate so many ingredients into a frittata. You can make it vegetarian. You can do just cheese. You can do it with andouille sausage or Italian sausage, and it's really hearty. It's made with eggs. Primarily, but it can be served as dinner instead of a breakfast or lunch,
and it's healthy.
And it's healthy,
and it's healthy.
And you can incorporate a lot of vegetables in it, and it's very thick, and you get that nice parsley on top, and nice salad on the side. So I think that's one of my favorite things to make, and a big hit with a lot of my customers.
Okay, and before we go any further, I know you brought some stuff. Your food's probably gone, but we're gonna try this anyway. So let's see if we can bring some of your food in here. If there's anything left here, we want to show you.
If it's not already gone.
If it's not already gone, and what was your
that's
favorite?
a good sign. For a chef, that's a great sign.
I don't understand. The
spanakopita.
Spanakopita.
Yeah.
Spanakopita.
The Greek stuff.
That's my favorite.
Oh my God.
Okay.
This was so good.
Okay.
The sauce. Okay, tell us about the sauce that you put on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the sauce is a romesco sauce. It's Catalonian. It's from Spain, originated in Spain. And it's primarily made of roasted tomatoes, roasted garlic. It has sherry wine vinegar. And sometimes people use a bread to thicken it up, or almonds. In this case, I did use bread. Sometimes for those who are allergic to nuts, I would use the bread. Or you can use almonds. So it's very native to Spain. And
and then these are what now? Which one are these now? Tell us.
Okay, so this right here is kind of like a frittata, but I do it in small squares, which they serve in Spain, and has layers of potato, and it has red peppers and fresh thyme, and it has manchego cheese on top. So which is also native to Spain. And then so you put the sauce on top of that, and it just really brings it home. And then on the other side are these spanakopitas. So
Spanakopita.
it's a very popular Greek appetizer, and it's rolled in phyllo dough, it being fresh spinach I use, and it has feta cheese. and Parmesan cheese, and then you roll it in layers of phyllo dough with butter.
So good.
All right. And last but not least, we have.
Oh yeah, the baba ganoush. Yeah, this is really fun because I know a lot of people.
Say that 10 times.
I know.
No. I'll just say that stuff.
Yeah.
This is eggplant dip, and for a lot of people who don't like eggplant, this is a great way to get you and your kids to eat it as well, because it just doesn't really, have just that bland taste of eggplant.
No, right.
So I put Greek yogurt in there, lots of warm Middle Eastern spices like cumin, and a little bit of allspice. And fresh parsley, and then on top of that, we give it a sweet hit of caramelized onions.
So good.
Yeah. And we would be eating right now, but I'm full because
I know. We've been
prior to this.
That'll be gone at the end of this.
Yeah.
All right. So which one was your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
The spanakopita.
Spanakopita.
Yeah, you said perfect. Yeah.
That's practice.
Yeah, exactly. Look at the back of your hand.
Oh my gosh. All right. So, what questions do you have?
Well, I want to know. So you were cooking at home, but how did that transition to you doing this for a business?
Yeah. So the passion never left. All through my childhood, as a teenager, I loved to cook. Doing it on the side, always for friends and family.
Right.
And then at the age of 21, I got an incredible corporate office offer that a 21-year-old just could not refuse. Yeah. So that was the beginning of a very long corporate career move for me. And but while I was doing corporate back in 2006, as a global supply chain analyst.
Yes.
It was fun and I loved my job, but that was not my passion, and it just kept digging at me. I started a catering business on the side of my corporate job, and on the weekends.
Smart.
Yeah.
That was super smart.
I just felt the
Lots of
calling, and I
hours.
just could not, ignore it.
Right.
So on the weekends, I would do events and then show back up on Monday.
Wow.
Yeah, and I did that for 6 years.
Wow.
6 years.
I did.
Like 7 days a week.
Off and on for 6 years, but yes, it was ongoing for about 6 years. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But when you're doing what you love, that probably didn't
feel
so
like
much
work.
like work.
It didn't.
Right. And I think we need to expand on this one.
Yeah.
Because not only did you have a corporate job,
Yes.
and you was a chef on the side, anyone out there that is thinking, has a full-time job and says, oh,
I don't have time.
I don't have time.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I have
hello.
to leave this to do this.
Yes.
There are ways to start up and get going in it. And tell us, you were telling us how that made you feel when you were really doing what you love to do and getting paid for that.
So, to be quite honest, I think the feeling of, I just want to do this so bad, but time is passing me by and I'm not giving at least 10% of my day towards fulfilling that goal.
Right.
Yeah.
So even if I just ordered business cards, or even if I just started putting an ad out somewhere, I knew it was going somewhere. And I no longer felt like, what if?
Step at a time.
I mean, who wants to live, feeling like, what if I did that? No one, it's better to try than to have never tried at all.
Absolutely.
There's another one.
Yeah.
There's another life lesson.
Just as you cross it off your list, whether you liked it, loved it, hated it, whatever, try it.
You learn it.
Yeah. And so for me, I took that leap of faith, and here I am today, out of corporate and doing what I love full time.
That's so wonderful.
Yeah. And I'm curious, I know I'm taking a kind of a step backwards, but as a teenager, how was your life as a teenager affected by culinary arts?
It was. That's a great question. Because people will often wonder if I would have taken that path, because I was explaining that culinary school was not quite affordable for me. And but I don't really think I think I was very social. And I mean,
Kind of needed a little maturity.
Yeah, just a little. I really think that everything happens at the right time.
Perfect.
Yeah. And so I wasn't really ready to put both feet in. Even when somebody said, "Here, you got to, just go for it." I think I had to kind of just figure this out on my own and be ready to put both feet in, and I think the timing was just perfect.
Yeah.
And
I'm so glad you did.
Thank you. Me too.
Right?
Thank you.
There's so many ways to get to that. You know, it's like there's education opportunities available to you, and if you think they're not, be sure you talk to someone to make sure about that, because usually that's not the case. There's usually a way, and then there's other ways to start doing it. You can intern. You can just do it for your friends and family. You can, there's all kinds of ways to get
Experiment.
started.
Absolutely.
In just doing it so that you can get that sense of, is this not only, oh, I'm doing it, but is this really what I want to do now that I'm actually doing
Oh, yeah.
this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, just
Yeah.
get yourself out there, put yourself, immerse yourself somehow
Yes.
in what you think might be your
Nancy's
passion.
like,
it is.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was in it some way somehow for the last 25 years, no matter what.
oh yeah.
Most of it was self-taught,
Mhm.
but then as I
Right.
got older, so I'm enrolled now in the Escoffier International Culinary School online.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
That is
Yeah,
exciting. Oh,
to get
nice.
my culinary degree,
Yes.
my international culinary degree. So
Never too late, folks.
No,
never too
never,
late.
never.
No,
So
I know.
those two marry together, and it
Yeah.
kind of makes me very well-rounded. But
That's
it's just
fantastic.
another accomplishment to check
Yeah.
my list.
I'm gonna share something with you. I don't know if
Okay.
I shared this with you yet.
No.
But when I had my experience with you at Mercy Nolan's, and you
Uh-huh.
came in with your Mediterranean, and
Oh
and you had us taste that the orange spice. What was that?
oh gosh, the black tea with orange blossom water.
Which I've never forgot about.
and
and the whole experience in itself, I took that experience and I literally visualized you having a little cafe yourself,
Yeah.
and all of us being in this little cafe, and I
Oh.
could see you walking around.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
How
okay,
fun.
now we need to get everybody in the community, and we need to donate money.
Yes, speak it,
Well,
Shelly.
I'm like,
Speaking of that-
we need to have a fundraiser. or
Yes,
something.
yeah.
So, would you speak a little bit to what you do right now, and maybe
Yes.
what your goals might be for that? You
So
know, what you looking at?
that's a great, thank you for that. Yes, so that is a shared vision. I share that with you.
Okay.
In fact, because what I really like, and that's the slogan of my website, is that it's not just exquisite food, it's an experience.
Yes.
So what I want to create for people is to take them somewhere with the food, with the ambiance, the whole 9 yards. And so when you say the cafe, that's the vision of grandeur that I have as well, that this will all lead to, which is having, French music playing and beautiful flowers everywhere and the scent of orange blossom in the air and nice big layery buttery pieces of baklava on the, on the glass top.
And every time you turn around, Nancy will be there saying, "Taste this,
Try this.
taste
You have
this,
to come here.
taste this."
No, come here, try this.
I'd like a standing reservation.
Yeah. I really want to
Here's
make
your
it a place where it's so authentic. It's far from commercial.
Right.
My food, I've done a lot of research, and when I explore those particular regions of the food I'm making, it's nothing that we think of as commercial that we get out here as Mediterranean food.
Mm-hmm.
This is what the small communities deep inside the country itself
Right.
makes, the techniques they use, and then I bring that here because a lot of times people say, I don't know what Mediterranean food is. And as I've explained, I heard about the Mediterranean diet. And the only way I can really explain that to you is it's not a diet.
No.
It's not a food. It's a way of life. And most of the time it's technique and methods that they use and the quality of their
And
ingredients.
it's super healthy, and it's really delicious.
And another reason why,
Yeah.
it's because...
Those are two hashtags that go with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
healthy and really
Really
delicious.
delicious.
Yeah. I don't want to just make you food. I want you to have a great
Every
time,
time
a
you
great
post that
experience.
online, you should do that.
Yeah.
Super delicious.
Super
and
Okay.
Super healthy. Really delicious.
Will do, yeah.
The commercial.
So, yeah, I want to make sure that you walked away. There's not only having that great experience and the feeling of what would it be like to be there, but knowing that I put good things in your body that, that is contributing to a better you.
Well, I like what you're talking about, having the techniques that they use and
Yes.
the fresh ingredients.
Yes.
It's like you can, in any culture, there's the way they do it.
Yes.
They're fresh
Yeah,
ingredients.
that's true,
And then
too.
you go
Yeah.
somewhere else and it's called that, and it's not the same.
We
It's,
don't
know.
know.
It just doesn't the same.
Yeah.
You're
And
right.
So to be able to really know what that would taste like, then
Yeah.
it really does take you somewhere else. You're not going to get it somewhere else. So
Yeah,
it
and that's
really
you're
does
absolutely
take you
right.
somewhere else. That's
Yeah,
right.
and when techniques, I mean, like I think sometimes salt is almost the last thing they add. What would they rather add? Well, they want to add citrus juices.
Right.
They want to add,
Right.
some red wine vinegars. And then they add the salt at the end, which enhances all the flavors they've already used. So it's really, they're just the style of food, the way they eat, it's not masked. It's not covered by heavy sauces. It's not deep fried. It's real. They're resourceful. The what I found is that they cook from the land. They use what they have. They use from local farmers who bring it to local markets, and everybody helps each other. But it's far from commercial from what we see and what we taste out here is what we consider Mediterranean.
Well, and we have a huge industry here, a huge agricultural industry here.
Yes,
Are you able to get what you need in our area to be able to cook the food?
As close as possible.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
I really snip out markets. You know,
Okay.
there's some Mediterranean markets that you can go to. They have them in certain nooks of each city.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's some stores do carry specialty items that I find like, wow, I had no idea.
Right.
But or I get it online.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. So
Thank
there's
God
a
for the
way.
internet.
There's exactly.
So you having this corporate career for so long,
Yeah.
how has that helped you in doing your passion career?
Yeah. So I think
It's like,
yeah.
I
Well,
bet I'm not there.
That's how it helped me.
I didn't
Appreciate
leave
where I am.
Yeah. Oh, that's for sure. That is for sure. But
Like,
you know,
high five.
yeah. No, actually, my last job I held was phenomenal, and I felt like I was leaving family. It was
Oh,
a
wow.
bittersweet moment.
Right.
But I knew it was time to, which one of my favorite words to use is elevate.
Yes.
Is to just
Absolutely.
it's just to move up, move
Your
on.
career.
Re-career. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But in terms of my the business knowledge that I have, I think it marries perfectly with where I was and where I am now. Because you learn things like cost savings. I did it on a global level for a multi-level marketing company who we distributed product to 88 countries, and of the 88 countries, I distributed me personally to 55.
Oh my
So
goodness.
that was my responsibility.
Yes.
So when it came to me and my business, I scaled down on a much smaller
Right.
level, but the
Same
process,
systems and processes.
it all
Right.
applied.
That's cool.
Right,
Nice.
the supply, the demand, the keeping the costs low, knowing how to budget, knowing what timing of everything. So it really married well with where the career I've chosen as a chef.
So right now, are you focusing on doing as being like a personal chef, or are you doing more catering, or what would you
What are
like
you
if we
specializing
want
in?
if we want to eat more of your food, what is it
How
that
can we help you?
How would we do that, and what is it we could get?
So okay, good question. When I
I
first
want it.
came out here, when I first came out here, I got certified as a personal chef, and I was doing that right off the bat.
Okay.
Within the first 3 months, I got certified.
That's
when I-
big business.
Yeah.
Personal
Yeah,
chef, I would
and it's
think.
nice because it's a one-on-one meet, and you work very close with your customer and with your and to get their
Because nobody has time.
Yeah.
And a lot of people travel, they don't have time,
Yeah.
and they just, honestly, this is nothing mean said at all, but a lot of people really don't know how to cook.
Oh, right.
They
No.
really don't,
Yeah.
and they eat out almost 7 days a
It's
week.
true though. It's true.
Yeah. So, it was personal chefing.
What we call microwave
Oh,
mentality.
yes,
just
yeah.
quick
Oh, yeah.
and eat,
Yeah.
and we think it's filling
Convenience
us up.
for
and
busy
it's
women,
not.
busy
Yeah.
people in general. I totally get it.
Yeah.
Right.
So it is a service that I still offer, and that I kind of don't want to give up. But because my name is getting out there, and I'm developing quite a reputation, I'm getting quite the calling for catering now. So
Okay.
I recently I just got my certified. I'm as a licensed caterer in Temecula.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, my
Nice.
credentials.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's huge.
So yeah, it's going to. I'm starting to book between now and a couple through the end of the year.
Okay.
So we're evolving. We're elevating.
I
Yeah.
love that. I
Yeah,
love
I'm
that.
excited. So
That's
now I
so
can get my
cool.
food to many people.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
yeah.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. So when you said you started, we talked about this earlier. You started your business in 2006.
Yeah.
And what was the name of that business?
Okay.
Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Because those out there that you will be the inspiration to them because they probably want to do this also.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, please. I'll explain that. Thank you. So my mother, I think I mentioned earlier, had passed away in 2003, and her name was Violet. And one of her favorite words to use was delight or delightful.
Oh, that's
Hence,
great.
the business's name was called Violet's Delights.
Oh,
And it was named after her. And she was one of my biggest inspirations.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where I got the name from. So
Nice.
I felt very close to her, just even having that name in the
Right,
business.
right.
Yeah.
You get to say
that
it
was
all the
pretty
time.
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And how long did you have that business? And it seems like that was kind of life changing for you. We talked about this earlier.
Oh yeah, it really was. Also, what happened at that time when I started the business in 2006, this was just before I met my husband, or actually simultaneously. Shortly after my mother had passed, I actually moved in with my father. He was suffering with Parkinson's,
Right.
and so I just got the calling to go home and take care of him, and it was one of the best experiences of my life.
Oh,
Something I would
wonderful.
never trade for the world.
That is so cool.
But the coolest thing was my dad was a foodie. And so
He's in good hands.
he was in great hands. And so every night he loved that I cooked for him. I cooked something new. He was my guinea pig. I had Food Network going every single day.
Oh, wow.
Every single day I had cooking shows going. And he kept saying, keep going, you're on the right path. And so it started to evolve shortly after Mom passed, and then it just led into the catering business, and then here I am still doing it.
That's
So,
a blessing.
a very big blessing.
Oh, my
Very
God.
big.
That's like majorly transformational in a sense, you know?
It's the calling was
Yeah.
so heavy, it was literally undeniable. It was
Right,
like, you know,
right.
you couldn't even sleep at night unless
Yes.
you did something
Something
about
about
it.
it.
Yeah.
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 I felt that.
Yeah.
I know you felt that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely have had that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is your, in what you do, what's kind of like the things that stand out to you as far as why you love what you do, the wowness of what you do?
Yeah.
That stands out to you at this point?
So there are two things. I think it's the style of food. The wow factor I like to bring is introducing a lot of new people to a different way of eating, a real way of eating,
Right.
a real way of eating real food.
Mm-hmm.
And my contribution to society using this gift that I've been blessed with is to make a healthy, positive impact on people's lives. I was saying
Okay.
earlier, I think one of my favorite quotes, and I could be misquoting, but in Ratatouille, the chef, I think his name is Gusteau.
How appropriate
Yeah.
is that? Yes, it's Gusteau.
Yeah.
He
Yes.
says, you know, anyone can cook, which is so true.
Oh my
But
gosh, that's
Ratatouille comes back and says, yeah, but should they?
I'm kind of.
I say keep doing it, but I just,
Should they?
Yeah. Yeah.
I really
I
want
watched that
to make a
movie.
difference.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh gosh, it's my favorite. So I want to make a very positive, healthy difference.
Yeah.
Right.
In everyone's lives that I touch with my food.
That's
So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
yes.
so cool.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, I don't know if we can be able to do this, but normally we check in on our thread here to give shout outs on who is on here. Is that possible?
Oh,
Do we see who's on? I know, I don't have my phone with me, but let's see if we
Do you want me to sneak up there and
you
look?
can sneak up there and see if you have anybody saying
Close
hi
to
to
the
you.
camera.
Yeah.
Oh,
Does anybody say-
hello, Nancy.
Hi. Oh, hi, Mercy.
Oh, Mercy's
Mercy.
on there. Yeah, Mercy
Lisa's
Nolan.
on.
Yeah.
Paul, preach it. Yeah, Paul. Great interview divas. Hi, Mercy. And LaToya. My dad was a foodie too. Oh, that's so
Aw.
awesome.
Oh.
That's
You're
cool.
awesome too, LaToya. Thank you.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's great. Thanks everyone for joining in.
Oh,
Cool.
there's a whole bunch
neat.
going on.
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay,
Right.
great.
All right, good stuff. Yes. So, what would you tell those out there that even if they want to start up their own chef catering service, private chef, whatever it is, or just want to start something new, what inspiration would you give them?
Oh,
for that?
I want to tell anybody who is starting off is to be patient because you have to see things through. They have to manifest your time, your effort, your hard work, your ideas. But the inspiration is that as you continue to develop yourself in your business, you're going to see that you're capable of doing it. It's no longer a thought. You're actually executing it now. And you're like, wow, I really am doing this.
Yes.
And that is huge. I mean, when I realized I realized I was on the right path when I cater. It was actually my second event and I got applause afterwards.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm actually getting chills.
I know, I did too.
That was confirmation for me. So,
Wow.
yeah, just if you feel it, do it, try it, don't delay. But when you do it, and you don't have to do it all at once. Do a little bit every day until you kind of see yourself doing it all the time. And be patient with yourself and develop your skills and allow your dream to manifest and to come to fruition. It does take time, but it is so worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, for even me to be sitting here having this interview is slightly surreal, you know, but it is fantastic to have arrived at this point.
Being your own cheerleader, like what you're saying, you know, this is your dream. It's not someone else's.
Right.
Hopefully it's yours. And you've got to be your own cheerleader. And you're saying, you know, you giving yourself some, cut yourself a break, you know, give yourself some credit but the one step at a time, you know, you don't get anywhere sitting still.
That's right.
But one step at a time. And as you do those little steps, we all three know, all of a sudden at some point it starts booming.
Oh yeah,
and it's like you don't have to do the little steps forever.
But
at some point, it just goes.
Great point.
Right.
Very true. We have all experienced that, and that's really important.
It's kind of like that picture they show, you know, where you're hacking at it, and you're hacking at it, and then just when you're about ready to break through, and you're like, oh, I'm exhausted.
Right.
You just need to keep going.
That's it.
Just
don't
give
up.
Absolutely.
Keep going.
Absolutely.
Eye on the prize.
Yes. Eye on the prize.
And enjoy the process. I would say too. That's another one. And,
yes.
And with what you do, because it's a passion business, you know, you're getting to enjoy your process, right?
Now I am. And I have to admit, even in the beginning, you know, there's such high expectations on yourself and you want to please everybody. And you never want to hear any negative comments or feedback or anything like that. Take that all as a gain. Okay? Continue to fine-tune yourself, fine-tune your talents, your gifts, and tweak them and alter them and, you know, make them right as you go down that path. You know, you need to take it all in. To make yourself as best as you can be, the good and the bad. You know, and don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged because I do have high expectations of myself. I have high standards.
That's a good thing.
It is a good thing, especially in the food industry. You know, that's a
Right.
very big deal. You know, But
I would like to have a chef that has high expectations.
So tell me, was there ever an incident that happened that could have been a complete disaster?
Yeah.
And you kind of pulled it out at the end and
oh gosh.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes.
That's a good
This
one.
is great.
I love cooking stories.
Oh, it just makes me nauseous just thinking about it.
Great.
But yes, so I had made these, oh my goodness, Megan, there goes my bracelet. I had made these beautiful kebabs. They were big and beastly. Maybe the kinds you see in the glass case at Whole Foods Market or whatever. And so we got to our destination, which was my church. And they were having a big Valentine's Day dinner. And we get there and one of the guys running the show came out and said, okay, so we have 185 kebabs, where are the rest? And I said, what are you talking about? And anyway, long story short, that whole tray of like an additional 40 kebabs were left behind in the kitchen. Just sick to the core. So what I had to do was quickly improvise and pull all the kebabs out. And then just put them on the rice, nice and flat, with no stick, with no skewer. And nobody who got their plate meal.
A little space.
Everybody got meat, everybody got veggies. No one knew that they were having kebabs on a skewer. So I had to deconstruct them and rebuild them. Gotta think.
Gotta pull that one.
Exactly. See, I had it ready in my mind because it was just sticks with me. It's like one of those, you can't believe this.
I remember about those.
Gosh.
That's
so
nice.
you'll have those moments, that's for sure.
So I'm wondering, for you, for those that are listening out there, what is it with the learning curves for you, the challenges that you've had with what you're currently doing to be a chef? And because I'm sure they're going to experience a lot of those things that they probably haven't experienced, but they're going to. And
so it's not just a vision you have and then you think it and then you do it. There are a lot of health departments, permits, waiting on them, getting into a commercial kitchen, following code, making sure that you're compliant with the health department, and you know, just making sure all those steps in your process are in order. So those were some of the challenges, especially getting into a commercial kitchen, because I wanted to work on a much larger scale for quite some time, to be perfectly honest. But the waiting list at a local commercial kitchen is very long. And to get a health inspector, because they're very busy and they're not that many, you have to wait quite a few months, if not almost a year. So it did take a while. So that's always a big deal when I recently got it, you know? So you're not just the only one you're working with. The other challenges I would think.
See, I wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought
I wouldn't
of that.
appreciate that because I wouldn't know that. So,
Yeah.
but now when someone puts a picture on there like Terry King from Terry's Tasty Cupcakes, and she got her kitchen and all this stuff. I mean, now I wish I would have been. Oh,
it's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Congratulations, Terry.
It's a big deal.
Terry's Tasty Cupcakes.
Yeah.
Shout out for her.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Nice.
So it's little things like that it's kind of like hinder the whole excitement, like why win-win sort of thing. But once it happens, I mean, you're just kind of like so happy you stuck it out. Now it's just go, let's do this.
It's now behind you. You go on to this next.
Totally,
step.
totally.
Yeah.
Other challenges, I think, but you can work those out, are individual challenges with your clients and your customers. Be patient. It's not your way, it's their way, what they want. And be willing to work with them. Learn that early.
Most businesses.
You'd be surprised. Some people just really want to do it their way, and it really is about the customer. So always be willing.
They are going to be eating it.
Yeah.
They are going to be eating it, especially brides. You know, if you make the bride happy, you are sailing.
Oh yes.
You know, so maintain your
Such
contact
a big
with your
industry
customers.
here.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Bigger than ever now, especially in the wine country area.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's big business here.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
So if you could have your dream meal cooked by your dream chefs, what would that be?
Oh, well, okay. So my dream dinner would be Beef Wellington by Gordon Ramsay.
Okay.
And anything by Jamie Oliver.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah,
Cool.
he's one of my favorites. I know
Right.
there's plenty out there I like, but Jamie Oliver cooks. He's the one I aspire to.
That's what I was going to say. Why?
Why? Yeah.
Yeah. What you see here is an example of the kind of food he makes. He just grabs, he reaches, he creates. He doesn't mask his food. It's very real and very authentic to the country he's making it from. And he's really doing great things across the nation. In fact, the globe. And, to change the way we eat.
Right.
And I'm very inspired by him.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, now we know.
Yeah. Oh, you're on the corner. And our next guest,
How cool would that be?
Oh.
Okay, any contacts out there? Let us know.
Yeah.
That would be super
That would be the best.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, with what you're doing right now, kind of where do you see yourself in like years from now or in the future?
Yeah, so I do see this leading to a cafe. I really think that, especially in our in Temecula, it goes so the type of food that I cook and make goes so well.
Oh yeah,
with the climate and the wine and everything. And I think we're really in need of this kind of food that would marry and complement the wines and this area so well. So I do see a cafe in the future. I don't see restaurants.
Right.
I don't know. Sky's the limit, but. I think
what's the difference in that? Is it just the size of the place?
Yes.
It would be smaller.
Hours of operation and the size.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I mean, could it evolve? I mean, I'm really not nailing anything down, but I do have short-term, long-term goals.
Right.
I'll go anywhere the good Lord wants to take me, but at the same time, I want to start there so that I can start getting the food out to people, and they can have a place to come in and just know what they want.
Perfect.
And what about, there was a second part of your question. I think you asked.
Just what is it that where you think you'll be in like a couple years or you're like long term, short term, and then long term goals?
Okay, so I continue to want to strive towards that goal, but I also want to pass on my knowledge to the younger generation. So I'm working with, I have an assistant that I really enjoy. Hi, Savannah.
Oh, hi,
Savannah. She's incredible, and when you find someone that good to work with, I mean, she's just invaluable to me.
And she was at the Vera Diva, right?
She was at the Very Diva,
I remember.
The privilege of meeting her. And I want to bring on a couple of other people who are inspired by me and want to do this, follow my footsteps. And I want to pass the baton.
Yeah.
I really
that's
do.
super cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'd really like to pass that on to the, younger generation who wants to do the same thing someday.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love
thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Very excited.
So is there anything else that other than we haven't already talked about that you would like to share with them that we haven't covered yet that you can think of?
I'm just aside from just being extremely happy to be here and to be talking to all of you. I'm excited to get my food out to you and to have the opportunity to make it firsthand
that
for
needs
you.
to happen.
Yeah. I really want to create that experience for you and help you develop a palate.
Which is an amazing experience. I
Yeah,
might
thank
add.
you.
I might add.
Thank
Yes.
you.
I can say that because I've experienced it.
Yeah.
Experienced
Yes.
Yeah. That's just the goal of mine, is to get my food out to as many people and to really get you to taste true, authentic Mediterranean food.
And so how do they get a hold of you?
Yes, so you can go visit me at my website and learn a bit more about my background as well at www.mediterrania, MEDITERRANIA chef, one word.com. And you can also email me at mediterraneanchef@yahoo.com. You can follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Facebook.
Okay.
Fabulous.
And then
Yeah.
we'll also include your information on the post here so they can follow you too.
Sounds great.
Yeah, we'll put that on there.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
All right. Any questions you have left, Darla?
The
that we
only,
didn't cover?
I'm a dessert girl.
Oh.
And so you mentioned baklava.
Oh, yeah.
Earlier. So, what other desserts do you like to make?
So I make, tarts. I love tarts. I like using it's both savory and sweet. But one of my favorite tarts I love to make is an almond tart using marzipan.
Oh,
Yeah. And then I put
what?
marzipan. It's an almond
Almond
paste.
paste.
I
did that.
I'm
But it's a
like,
sweet.
Martha,
It
what?
has to do with. It has to do
So
with
should
dessert.
not assume
So that's why I
marzipan.
did that. I know what that is.
Yeah. It's got a really
Dessert girl.
intense
I know
almond
it's
flavor.
really good.
It
It is really good.
We're gonna have to make it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I put fresh raspberries on top, and then
Ooh.
I drizzle it with a nice fresh raspberry glaze.
Oh,
Yeah, I like very.
wow.
I don't like very sweets.
Right.
No.
So I like to make butter cookies, Russian tea cakes, a small little, even though they're pound cakes, but I like to stuff them with fresh raspberries and
Oh,
use
yeah.
orange zest and cranberries.
Ooh.
Just
Yum.
different stuff, things
Yes,
that we're not
yes.
expecting all the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah, you have an explosion of flavors in your mouth. It's totally
I
going
am not.
on
I'm
here.
very heavy-handed with flavor.
Yay.
You're not going to sit there and dig through my food and go, I wonder what is that. You're going to know.
No.
It's mint, it's orange, it's whatever I put
And
in
then
there.
if you do put it in your mouth and you're like, she'll be right back in the kitchen trying to make it even better.
Oh yeah, I want the wow factor. I always say this. This is
That's
great. I got to
great.
tell you this. When I cook, that for my husband, I love to get the wow factor out of him. And so if I get this, and I get the, good.
Oh.
I'm like devastated.
Yes.
What did I do
Yes.
wrong? But
Yes.
what I love to get from him is, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That was amazing.
Honey, oh my gosh, I want to cry. That's what I want every time. Anything less than that, I'm back in the kitchen.
Yeah, back in the kitchen, making
Yep.
it better.
Yep.
That's a good thing.
Love you, honey.
Fantastic.
Hope that was a good invitation.
That was great.
He's like, really?
I don't do that. I'm like, yes, you do. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's like, oh, great.
Gosh.
All right. Well, anything else you want to say? We're going to end up closing out here in a few minutes.
I'm good. Thank
You're
you,
good.
Shelly. Thank
You're
you, Darla.
welcome.
Thank you so much for having me on your show. I am super privileged. I'm honored and privileged to be on this show. And I thank you for allowing me to have the opportunity
Absolutely.
to talk about me and my food.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm very
And we-
excited.
Really, highly interesting, but it's also inspirational.
Yes.
Thank you.
And for all the senses for us in here, because we had
You
smells
know, you can
and
still
tastes
smell
to go along with the stories and finding out.
Yes.
That's
Yeah, a lot
really
of good
cool.
memories
Yeah.
tie in with the food that I
love
make.
that.
And I hope that, maybe I tap into some good memories for you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely made some new good ones.
Oh, that's great. Good,
And
good.
real quick before I forget, I
Yeah.
almost forgot to ask you this, is that in the community here, who or what is it in the community here that is beneficial to you, that supports you in what it is you do? I mean, is there, like with me, like Professional Women's Roundtable, Women's Peer Connection, Mastermind,
For
professional
sure.
Toastmaster, yeah.
For sure, I have to give a big plug to Mercedina Noland, who's the matriarch of the Very Diva group, which I have joined earlier this year, has been extremely instrumental, as well as Shelly.
Yes.
Very instrumental in plugging me and giving me opportunities to cook for, local events and also within the group itself. So, I mean, I can't top that right now. I mean, it's the Very Diva group, and I'm so happy to be a part of the group, and it's growing, and I would say that you and the group itself has been very instrumental in helping me build my reputation.
Oh, that's
very
nice.
nice. Yes, very nice. And I remember our last event that we had, that when you were cooking for all of us, we had
and Naffy, Robbie Motter.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
oh my
I cannot forget you. Thank you, Robbie.
Yes. Yeah, Robbie's huge.
We
oh my gosh.
We all say thank you, Robbie.
Oh yeah.
And Robbie's the global leader of National Association of Female Executives.
Yeah, I'm not sure we did that.
Which I will be joining very soon.
That's really kind of
a big one.
Huge.
Yeah, we saved the best for last.
Yes, great way to say it.
Absolutely.
Great way. Thank you, Robbie. Thank you.
Yeah. Life changing within moments.
Oh yeah.
Within moments.
Oh yeah, exactly.
She's amazing.
I know. That's exactly how I felt when I met her.
Absolutely.
It's been great knowing her so far.
She's very nice. Very nice. Okay. So we're just giving our heads up here, telling us we have like a few seconds left with you all, and we are got to wrap it up here. Something we don't like to do. We just have to do it. So that comes to an end, right?
Yes, yeah. Unfortunately. But it's been wonderful.
Yes, it's been great, and thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's been great. Super excited, and with Very Diva, like you said, which has been instrumental to give you that platform to grow.
Absolutely.
And like I was getting ready to say just a few minutes ago, is that with Very Diva and that group with Mercy Nolan, is that this last group we had, I don't even know how many we had in the room. I mean, we had rooms plural, Yes. We had 3 huge tables of nothing but women, and you were just taking food to all of us.
That's great.
And she had, I felt like she was my personal chef. And then the next one, Evelyn, that felt like she was personal chef. And then the other one felt like she was a personal chef. So she was just going around and taking care of all of us.
It was my pleasure. It was
the most amazing experience. So any of you out there that are having an event and you need someone to cater your event, there you go.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you in advance. I look forward to serving you.
Yes. Okay.
Giving you an experience of a lifetime.
That's right.
Absolutely. So one more time before we head out here, because we got to do this real quick, is tell them where they can find you again.
Mediterranean Chef, www.mediterrania.chef, oneword.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I think that's it. Right?
That's it. All right. And we are counting down to like less than 2 minutes here. So So we are going to just say goodbye to everybody. We're going to sign out, not to hold you all up. And then I just want to thank you again for being here.
My pleasure.
Us.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me on.
You're very welcome. And thank you, Darla, for being my co-host this week.
Thank you so much, Shelly. This was so much fun.
It was so much fun. And I will have another co-host. Will be next week. And that one is a surprise, and that will not be here at EDFINTV on location. This will be on location somewhere else. So that's going to be a super surprise.
Yes.
You probably won't even recognize me, but no. It's going to be totally different.
Okay, must tune in for this.
So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And then the next time we'll be here at EDFINTV on location will be in 2 weeks. We'll be back here in the studio. But I will see all you on location somewhere else next Friday. And so when we sign off here, the way we sign off, have you ever seen how we sign off here?
No.
When we sign off, we say goodbye.
Bye.
And then you hit the